Your matter chop hot.
Asemene diloto. Hey! Aye!
Today's conversation is going to be a big one. This is the Benjamin Asare edition, the Shatta Wale edition, as well as the World Cup 2026 edition. Ghana, friends, the USA, Mexico, and Canada. Say 3 countries in there. See there. If so passport in here ready here, I'm sure by this time, passport office, a wire ma. And your passport picture, make a passport. Already, some people have their diplomatic passport, but if you don't even have the green one, yeah, they call. I had here Togo ni Benin ni Cote d'Ivoire even then. My brother, from now to January, there, I'm sure the application at the American embassy, they should wait for us. We are coming. But today's one is a special one, like I said. It entails a lot. We are going to have a very lengthy discussion, of which would be of huge interest to you. So if you have not subscribed, make sure you do subscribe and also recommend this channel to others so they can also enjoy. My name is Roland Amati. This is live on Roland Report. So if you're watching, make sure you subscribe and of course, share your views in the comment section. Whatever we discuss here, you also have a stake in it. And don't forget that Shagzy is holding us down as Ghana's #1 ride-hailing app. If you're a driver, you want to make some cool cash, just download the app, sign up with just 20 Ghana cedis. You pay no commission to anybody. And if you're a rider, your most safe, secure, and affordable ride is definitely Shagzy. On the 18th of October, this Saturday, we are all going to the Independence Square. It is all about the biggest concert to ever hit Ghana, or the biggest birthday celebration to ever hit Ghana this year, and that is the Shatta Fest, aka Shattabration, aka the Crusade. It is going to be an all-white affair. So if you don't have your white, just get a Shagzy merch or a Street Crown merch, and you can just represent like that. Join the big family as we celebrate the King on the 18th of October 2025 at the Independence Square. So far, so good. All preparations are underway to make sure that on that day, we have a very big one. Now, let's not waste time. Let's go straight into the conversation. I'm sure by this time there, who no go know that Ghana has officially qualified to the upcoming World Cup. That's the 2026 World Cup that will be taking place in Canada, Mexico, and the United States of America. And with that, yesterday on the 12th of October was when Ghana played their last group match to secure the qualification officially with 25 points. Madagascar also following with 19 points. Mali on 3rd place with 18. Comoros on 15. Central African Republic with 8 points, as well as Chad here. Of course, Omobe Chad here. So they just came to dash points. They have 1 point also there. But as for our Nigeria brothers there, by this time we know they are feeling. Like, we know how they are feeling. It is normal. It is understandable. It is the same way we felt when we did not qualify for the AFCON. It's normal. It's normal. You people should go to the AFCON, and we are also going to the World Cup. But yesterday I was asking some question B. I don't know if you can also, or you also have an answer to it. My question here back before we enter, it is not part of today's conversations, but you wait. My question here back. Ghana qualifying to the World Cup. Now you free quarterfinals. Any Ghana qualifying to the AFCON to go and win. Which one would you prefer? Say Ghana Aqua World Cup. Then the quarterfinals. Since in the last time, a car, anka ye. Then Ghana going to the AFCON, that is the African Cup of Nations, and winning the trophy. Which one would you prefer? Countryman so go back to say, whoa, when Ghana players Omukita Cup, and now Blasters players Omukita Cup, Eddie brother. If that is your dream, then answer me in the comment section. But let's go into today's conversation real quick. So we are talking about the Blasters qualification to the 5th World Cup. Of course, I've mentioned it. And one other conversation that has become very topical is the goalkeeper #1 That is Benjamin Asare, our Collegono brother. And even before this particular match, it be like say man there or no eban SM na on to mu Oshame because when you see or when you watch the love that this guy is exhibiting, especially for the SM family, it's crazy. And even before that match, already we've seen him in different kind of attire and different kind of your friend is saying Taria celebrating Shatta Wale and all of that. Sometimes it has SM in it, sometimes it has Shatta Wale's picture in it, and all of them things. When these things started, so many people were like, okay, this is just an ordinary fan, just that he belongs to a different fraternity, that is football, and this is somebody that loves Shatta Wale. And with that, maybe he's trying to express his love for it. It is very common, especially between footballers and musicians. From the days of Asamoah Gyan, Adebayo, Stephen Apiamo, all of them people have had good relationship with musicians. So perhaps it is one of them things. But moving forward, even before the last game, that was when now Amafoko internet in goalkeeper number 1 and the SM symbol, a boniti traffic lights and the for life 2 day on one side. And then a man will be say, hey, Benjamin Asare. I hear he is going to be Ghana's oldest goalkeeper to go to the tournament, to go to the World Cup. I don't remember. My main checking Benjamin Asare age. Now I must say, or no dear, and Koyani me to sell a pe. But 33 years. Wow. How grew. 33 years. So when this thing hit the internet, of course, so many people gave diverse opinions. While some people were concerned that Charlie, the match we don't even play finish. And I said, and now for life, Ochina for life, and now for life, Ochina for life. Sisi ampodie for life, no. Any atare a ose hu biomo. Sisi a utri hu bom na okodro. To the extent that one huge football person that we have in Ghana, that is Coach Opele Boateng, also came to also share his opinion on this particular issue. What did Coach Opele say? Coach Opele says that Benjamin Asare has to slow down. He is becoming too much showbiz now. Football is unpredictable. World Cup 2026 is a long way to go that could sprang up new goalkeepers and mistakes can also happen. Stay calm, focus, and not swollen-headed, my Mamprobi brother, or my Mamprobi man. And this is the message that came from Coach Opele Boateng. Well, some people are also saying, Charlie, if by 2026 the guy no go World Cup, Charlie, by this time, this is his time. He needs to enjoy. Besides, nobody knows tomorrow. He can be here today. He cannot be here tomorrow. It's any day. As he get up and looking at how far this guy has come, and especially even with his age, he not be small children like that. So for him to go through that meal, go through to get this particular slot, it is no joke. And they say, when you people should just leave him. Besides, before he was doing Shatta Wale SM1, he was still a goalkeeper and a fantastic one at that. So what is going to change? Let's leave him for him to enjoy. And this are some of the diverse opinions that came from people. Now, of course, with the diverse opinions hitting the internet, one person that was the center of this conversation, or is the center of this conversation, is man like Shatta Wale, of which so many people, personally, I received so many calls, Charlie, from my football people. When will this guy get to me, Shatta Wale? What are you guys doing for him? I say, Montomobo, Asemba, Munyabo Tre. The thing, you see, one thing about Shatta movement lovers, it even goes beyond Shatta Wale. As much as people would want to, yes, most people, out of the love they have for Shatta, one of them or one of the dreams is to meet him. I tell you, anybody that is a huge SM or a sound SM fan, their love goes beyond even Shatta Wale. It is to the movement. And to them, that is why even sometimes Even when Shatta Wale does something that hurts them, they are able to come out. They are able to come out to come and even speak. That is to them. They are able to come out to even come and speak. And sometimes even unfollow him, they even have banter and all of that. So these are some of the love that sometimes it comes from SM fans. So it is not only about meeting the person, but the fact that he loves the movement, enjoys the guy, and even takes inspiration from him is like a non is enough to some of these people. So I was like, Montomobo. But then Shatta also brought up a message even before the match. And this was Shatta's response, or this was his post to Benjamin Asare. He says, Benjamin Asare, God is here, so no fear at all. SM, day your back. And that was the conversation, or that was the post Shatta made about Benjamin Asare. Of course, during the match game there, it was a very beautiful experience. I was at the stadium. I was at Accra Sports Stadium, and I tell you, see, football I share with you, any football I share with stadium, and yepe. And Nadia, if you've ever been to the stadium for a live soccer match, you understand where I'm coming from. And even before we go into other conversations, let me do a quick review on yesterday's match and how my experience there. For us, let me first of all commend the organizers and especially the security service. I think they did a very beautiful job. In fact, parking spaces there on a hot match day like that, you know, say, if it is not your leg or you have a car pass, you will not get anywhere close to the stadium gates. The closest I will be say be Independence Square now stadium asa, and I say be Ojino Su Cemetery now stadium asa. That is the closest you can get. And with that, even I think they designated the Independence Square for cars to park there. So that's where we parked, walked, the bedroom, and even the security checkpoint, even from ticketing. Right after the Independence roundabout, you know, oh, yen ticket were who, but you started checking ticket from there. You would have to show your ticket to the extent that if you do baby import, they would have to scan like kita coin be or modebe scratchy baby for authentication before you even get to the gate for them to even scan again to verify if your ticket is authentic, to even tell you where you would have to go. That is if you have the regular ticketing or the VIP or the VVIP, before you would even know, baby, I will farm for the room. And from there, even at the stadium entrance where you are even supposed to go to or stand, baby, or ticket Emma or there are still security checks there, of which even now body checks now, and also verify your ticket as well before you enter into the pitch. Well, for that one there, let me give to them. I think the organization was solid and they did a very beautiful job. On the day, so many celebrities were present. Of course, this was our final match in the group match, you know, and qualification there. Ghana had one leg in the qualification. It was just for us to add the other leg. And yesterday's match was kind of a party match. Icing on the cake. So people just there now man for per coin the money keke. And they needed a reason. So the stadium was fully packed to the brim, to the extent that even people were sitting on the walkways and some were even standing. As to how or why the place was overly packed there, that one I can't say. Whether the tickets were oversold or Nkofoni be removed without whatever. But I still could not understand why ebia VIP. Yenim so okay, VIP mvan say fa nkofo 500 and I fa nkofo 1,000. How the place is still able, even with the security checks in now, how the place is still able to like pack so much that even walkway nim cry ma. Because Charlie, say what form honom pa nebia, and I don't say football so the all sha. I was say onya inspiration kakra. Now the action. Tianas and be true be cry he and one hey na Johnson kwadew. Say me kwa Johnson. even for you to move from your seat to the washroom self is crazy. Until so many people, yeah, I'm more half time prayer no. I said na so yeah, it's you na no be na park ne so be. Yeah, more pray washroom ho there. 10 by 10 and it was serious like that. As to how that was able to happen there, I don't know, but that is not even the first time. If we frequent stadium, especially on hot match days like that, you understand what I'm saying, especially when it comes to this thing. I don't know if it is the Ghana Football Association or the National Sports Authority that are supposed to check this, but if they have not noticed, then this is creating a huge inconvenience for football lovers or people who would want to watch football. Because yesterday there were so many celebrities at the stadium. So many of them, plenty. Personally, I think say Nana me also know it was with D Black and some other personalities that were there, including even foreigners coming to enjoy our matches on the day. So if you were not at the stadium, then you missed. But my problem back also at Sawa Stadium, honum, the fact that the only enjoyment that you can get at the stadium is the euphoria. And maybe catching a glimpse live at the stadium, like player near Bobo, say player near Bobo, we near TV, we near glass now, but player needs a park near so Bobo. That is there. You apart from the euphoria, the excitement on the pitch, and all them things. Say, who ni ho, and now and you get distracted. Now you shegua. If you want a replay, unless you go online. If you want a replay, and even on that day, because of the heavy traffic, even on the internet, share or picture crowd you could not even like when you find out who our stadium on posting a picture was even difficult there. The whole internet was choked to the extent that wouldn't to me so as at that time, replay no. I remember when Kudu scored, I had about 20 people asking, why the share? But when the goal came, everybody was like, go. But as to the parkour share, sorry. Meanwhile, your scoreboard screen can see a kakraka. I encourage you. Kotoko 1 has 2. Ghana 1, Comoros 0. Near the last, near the time, no more board. Eddie abo keke. No, so okay, about 30 minutes, about 45 minutes, about 90 minutes. That's the only thing we are able to get. So National Sports Authority, as you people make provisions for pitch covers for entertainers to come and do their shows there. Yes, Remo. Yes, Remo. Scoreboard, no. Yes, we know it's a scoreboard. But 2025, scoreboards are not only showing scores. Scoreboard, no, they are not showing only scores. 2025 technology football, it goes beyond that. Charlie, which the park so near Shegu? And so go no, yet me a 5 goals, who back okra. You met me a 5 goals, who back okra. Because bibi creme obi tape o ka sabacho dani when you go ya Shegu. Replay no kohwe no we. Adi we free we free stadium hono. Abefie anase wako internet so ansa na obetime hu replay. Nti wo na okọ stadium hono ni obi na otifie hwe. Onipa no more information even on the match than you. Why? Because there are certain informations that you don't have the privilege of also getting. So that is one thing. But another observation at the stadium. Yes, review now here. Another observation at the stadium was Shatta Wale's music taking over yesterday at the stadium. For me, whether the DJ was an SM fan or it was because of Benjamin Asare, yesterday, crazy. I mean, it was very serious. From the time Ayera Stadium Nim, from the stadium gates, Sa Edira, the main stadium compound, the only musician song I met here was Shatta Wale. Hearing any other one was the latter, like ya power crown. Ya pon wie kra.
Shatta movement everywhere.
And it was back to back to back to back to back. From time I hear compound nim yes, last security check. And the court now stands name. It was back to back to back to back to back. And it was very serious because for a musician to get that level of hype, because when we were seated, there were some musicians there. And I said, maybe a musician, I don't know how I feel. When I know, say, Charlie, me so metonyum. Sansan. And one musician is getting that massive. And you see, this is a huge crowd. It entails a cocktail of people. No, mabano. You get it from diverse backgrounds. And everybody will have the opportunity to enjoy one song from you or the other. Imagine say your ball, memphis say 20 or 30 songs. Definitely there are some that will even catch ebia obi wo hod monte wonyom da no nim Shatta Wale, because I could see Rasta boys and so Chinese girls ni wo. Unu say abropo ne Rasta for there. I said Bob Marley new combination. Of course, and these people were there. So that day there, on that day, it was a huge win for Shatta Wale. And it was very like a happy moment. And the DJ selection was also top notch. In fact, selection there, the way I make kind, the fans are gathered. People are ready to celebrate. People are ready to have fun. So it was just about you giving them a reason to have fun. So your choice of songs, your selection matters even as a DJ. And one person whose music is one that oh yeah, the crowd no omu crowd benyane is Shatta Wale. And it was back to back. As to how they were able to do it. And in fact, let me also say big ups to Benjamin Asare. I think he has also added up, or he also added up to the reason why Shatta Wale's music took over at the Accra Sports Stadium yesterday during the match. Because even prior to the match, we've seen Benjamin Asare, SM for life, whatever. And it's all built up the euphoria around Shatta Wale to the extent that I even saw posts from people who were even suggesting, say, oh, Anka, the National Football Association or the National Sports Authority should make or book Shatta Wale to come and perform during the halftime. But of course, this is not when Ghana Premier League, or this is not a state owned. This is FIFA, and since FIFA has not, or if FIFA doesn't allow, it will be very difficult. Looking at especially the time restraints, one say it depends on whether a tournament, and we are making provisions for it. But we should also bear in mind that during that time now Ghana football match now, the other teams in the same group were also playing simultaneously. So time was a really huge factor. So that was it, with to the extent that people were even calling for Shatta to perform. But all in all, I think Benjamin Asare also played a very huge role in bringing the Shatta euphoria, to the extent that now people had even changed his name from Benjamin Asare to Shatta Wale. Ochebo ne pe na Shatta na SM na Shatta na SM, and Charlie akwani di ojinidin. And ojinidin wo park na say ha. And your boy ye chia yen na form nyina na chia no ada form. And your friend a man can for. And can you blame him? You can't. This is somebody that has had an opportunity. And 33 years, you think it's a joke? No, it is no joke. Yes, we know Ghana has gotten some best goalkeepers, from the Samir J to whichever Abedipele Mutam Nina, Yenya Lijara Munina. Yes, these people have come, served, and they are gone. And it is Benjamin Asare's time, whether we like it or not. Even in recent times, we've had so many, from Jojo Walakot to Atizigi to Bakuya or no. Ghana for who say on Nampo Nechiko Mebonebo Richie the Fori. And all of them had their time. I remember keeper B or baby Biano, the first match there, reserve player I am a chance. But when they become complacent, they become swollen headed. That is when you see all these things. But all in all, Benjamin Asare is enjoying his time, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. Well, for Toado there, he's already given his reviews on it. But before I enter into Otuado, what Otuado had to say with his post-match press conference, Benjamin Asare, even before the match, made some comments or was interviewed by GH1, of which he also talked about why he does the SM stuff, or even in the camp, it is all about Shatta movement for him. Let's go and listen to Benjamin Asare. When we come back, we'll continue.
Now Benjamin tó fi lọ tẹ.
She's still a good one.
Yeah,
exactly.
One clean sheet take one.
Well, look on the cash. I guess in life, in life, yes, I'm not faking. So
SM ha spirit no can ha clean sheet alone.
Serious. I guess I guess no most and I guess in California KG. Ni ada right time le way. In fan. I guess ke fit me college. No more. Ghana meet Naja. That was 2013. Never ba stage. Ne Soja Camouflage. Me more ale. Joe Daddy. I'm a host tournament. No more. No me ensure. I guess me full fan. Di munje KG. No KG be a wide. Bona. No fear no for for life. I swear.
Well, Sunday, mini, what expect here? Benjamin Asare, Ghana number 1.
Oh, you are Ben Lamelo, but I guess you know, in life. I guess you know, SM for like, I can share, no moon share. Well, I'm just a band with no mess. Put number support, but anything one of your can be only support and the support of me. My friend, can you tell when looking on him, target? I always sell any match finish sheet. She no fear on Baba or Bambo. I guess you know, no me that my français, que mon frère mon support. SM for life. KG.
Well, so that was Benjamin Asare. And for people who don't know Benjamin Asare's relationship with Shatta, that is what he said in the video. To him, he has known him for a very long time. And he's also a colleague on a boy. And Shatta Wale had said, colleague on a ninja. So these are people from KG. So they know each other. And besides, when even in the space, we've had different phases of celebrity football match or soccer matches, of which Debian Shatta 11, Benjamin Asare is the goalkeeper. I've witnessed him like twice during some of these celebrity matches, and it is true. So when you see some photo or video trending of him being in like a football setting or mutual picture with Shatta in a mixer, it is not as if they were just ready to go and play a match and no between no mutual picture. No, he was the goalkeeper for those matches, and that even explained his relationship with Shatta Wale. Like I said, Otuado has given his post-match reviews or commentaries about the match, the way forward, and stuff, to the extent that he even made peace with Kobe Stone for the first time. For those who don't know the relationship between Kobe Stone and Otoado, Kobe Stone is a multimedia journalist, and he is the son of Countryman Songo. And you know Countryman Songo's opinion about Otoado. Kobe Stone inherited that same opinion, and in fact, the kind of fire this man has given Otoado, it is more than what any other person can give Otoado. So on the day to Otoado, it was proving Kobe Stone or the likes of Kobe Stone wrong. Watch this video. Okay, so I am wrapping up, and in wrapping up, I would want us to wrap up with a conversation by Baba Sadiq Abdullahi, who is now a politician, and he made a statement after the football match. This is what Baba Sadiq wrote. He says, Shatta Wale quite clearly stands out as the natural celebrity face for Ghana's World Cup campaign. His energy, influence, and cultural reach make him the ideal figure to front our national narrative. Any marketing effort from FIFA, Puma, the government of Ghana, or partners like Aramco would gain amplified traction with his involvement. And he added hashtag SM for life. The long and short is the fact that Shatta Wale quite clearly, during this particular World Cup campaign, has been or has positioned himself as the face or the celebrity face for this particular World Cup campaign. And to him, it is very evident even in the conversation before or even during this particular campaign. And it is very evident even on the final day of the group qualifying matches, what transpired at the stadium. So to him, if these people are watching or they are following whatever is going on, to him, he would wish that the Ghana Football Association, the NSA, or whoever, including partners, FIFA, CAF, or whoever, should make Shatta Wale the face of Ghana's World Cup campaign. I don't know what you think about this call, but for me, I think it will not be out of place. And these are my reasons. And my reasons or my explanation, I will pick it from Baba Sadiq's statement. He says his energy, influence, and cultural reach makes him the ideal figure to front our national narrative. And it is true. If you are looking for one person that is very influential in Ghana, or one celebrity that is very, very influential in Ghana, you cannot mention 3 or 4 or 2 and leave Shatta Wale out. Especially if you want to even talk current. You can't. And when you want to talk about energy, his energy is very infectious. That one, forget. You can be 1,000 wine supporting whichever artist, but it will take just one SM fan, one, and you go feel them. You people go feel them for them. That is the energy we are talking about. You see in the Blasters camp, we know so many people have different relationships with musicians, even in the current Black Star setup. Kudus, we know he has a very good relationship with Stoneboy. Thomas Partey and the likes. Even Kudus has a good relationship with Shatta also. We know. But how many of them have gone out of their way to celebrate their favorite musicians like the way Benjamin Asare is doing? Especially during the camp. It is all about Shatta movement. And it is either say, e wonata e na hye no woni jese nimu, anase ye pon obehye eguso. This is a huge representation, and to him, it is for life. All the songs, the reels, and everything that are coming out from the Black Stars camp, most of them currently out of that Benjamin Asare and SM effect. See, Sisia, all of them are SM. That's why I'm saying yes, I agree with him because the energy is unmatched. You can be 1,000 to the extent that now, because of Benjamin Asare and the SM staff at the Black Stars camp, even on the day when they were popping champagne, jubilating for your friends say qualifying, go and see the kind of songs they were even playing in their dressing room. And that is the kind of effect that I am talking about. Now, the final one will be the cultural reach. When you come to SM, I remember last time, Papa Ben Karne this man, oh, I've forgotten his name. He was like, if you are looking for one person that can bridge ethnic and cultural differences now, that person to him is Shatta Wale. Why? Because when it comes to the people following him, that huge cultural gathering, forget everything. You see, when Shatta movement people meet, there is nothing like where are you from? There is nothing like which tribe are you from? There is nothing like who be you. It is just one thing for life. Yapon. Ushobia, for life is our life. Yapon, any brother. That is how it is. So if we even want to bridge some cultural differences and we want to promote our culture or sell our culture that much, we will need somebody or people who have influence, people whose influence have energy that can affect people that we want to sell our culture to. And we will need them to have that huge cultural representation or that representation that can break all cultural barriers. There are some people, when you go and pick them, there are some tribes that will not want to associate with them. But you see Shatta Wale's following. Go into all the 16 regions and you find them there. Go into all the 16 regions, even in other countries around the world, and you will find his cult following there. So, 2026, Mexico, USA, and Canada. We are coming. Come there, we are coming. And just like Baba Sadiq has preached, this is to FIFA, is to all the partners of this particular tournament, the Ghana Football Association, the National Sports Authority, and people in high offices, for them to consider that if we are looking for influential people during times, and this time, the theme is even bring back the love. If not for anything at all, that SM euphoria, Benjamin Asare's energy merging together with the Black Stars energy also winning the matches has brought back some love to the Black Stars setup. First, ne deɛ ɛne na kum chacha bɛka kyerɛ sɛ nka first deɛ ɔde bɛhwɛ Black Stars match kɔ bɛhwɛ pono. But sisi adeɛ, I doubt, me sure sɛ no match ne kɔ so na no atete hwɛ. Because ebia ne data sound bɛhwɛ pono no. But data no bi wɔ hɔ kra na because of this particular energy, if not for anything at all, he would want to go and see Benjamin Asare, who is also waving aside the flag of Ghana, also your friends are waving the flag of SM. And that is the love that we are talking about. So, 2026 World Cup, Canada, USA, and of course Mexico. We are coming. So far, I'm sure by this time, American embassy, Canada embassy, one light a lie. I'm on forever. But this has been an extensive review into Ghana's World Cup qualification and campaign with Shatta Wale, Benjamin Asare, and other matters arising. I don't know what you also have to share, but the comment section is definitely designed for you. to also share your opinion. This is not a one-way street where any one way, any usukwan. This is a double lane. I through, you through, and we have that conversation. So let me hear from you. Until then, my name is Roland Amati. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.
The matter chop hot. Assembly diloto. Hey! Aye!